Yes. Somebody can read.
As long as Yamaraja, who causes everyone's death,
So why do we call Srimad Bhagavatam as a deathless nectar? Is it that the devotees will not die, or what? No, devotees also may leave their bodies, but when we are living our life hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, we are slowly, gradually moving towards eternal life in the spiritual world, where there's no more birth, no more death, no more old age, no more disease. So that's why when we spend time hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and hearing the description of the Lord, we are actually going in a zone of deathlessness. We are going in a zone of timelessness. When at least till the time we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam class, we are not on material platform. The moment we get up from the class and we go to do other things of the day, then again we come into the time zone. But as long as we are sitting in the Bhagavatam class and hearing, at least till that much time, we are in a zone of deathlessness, timelessness. Suppose if you die also while hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, where you will go? You will go to spiritual world like Parikshit Maharaj went. Hmm? Like that. Yeah, somebody can read the purport.
Every human being dislikes meeting death, but he does not know how to get rid of death. The surest remedy for avoiding death is to accustom oneself to hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord as they are systematically narrated in the text of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is advised herein, therefore, that any human being who desires freedom from death should take to this course of life, as recommended by rishis headed by Saunaka.
Yeah. So what is the surest remedy for avoiding death? Is to accustom oneself to hearing the pastimes of the Lord. So we are not accustomed to hearing. We have to make ourselves accustomed to hearing the pastimes of the Lord. That is what is told. So actually, Prabhus, in our spiritual life, we do so many services, variety of services we do. But uh, the real service and the foremost service and the most important activity we have to do in spiritual life is to hear Krishna Katha. Hearing and chanting are considered as the prime spiritual activities. In fact, all the other services which we do is to just enhance hearing and chanting. If hearing and chanting is being compromised, then our all other services will be good for nothing. Krishna will not be pleased with us with all other services. Hmm? Like that. Yeah. Now, next verse is very amazing and very interesting, and we will discuss something very interesting on this. Yeah, please repeat. Mandasya manda pragyasya vayo mandayushascha vai
Vayo Mandayusachavai
nidraya riyate naktam
Tam
divacha vyartha karma bhi.
Divacha Karmabhi.
Now, in this shloka, Shaunakadi rishis are describing that which kind of people are actually captured by Yamaraj and which kind of people are not captured by Yamaraj. So, which kind of people are not captured, that is already described in the previous two verses. Devotees who hear Srimad Bhagavatam. But which kind of people are captured by Yamaraj and how they waste their time, that is described. Yeah, somebody can read the translation.
Lazy human beings with paltry intelligence and a short duration of life pass the night sleeping and day performing activities that are for naught.
Yeah. So, here they are saying lazy human beings. What they do, they have a first of all short duration of life, and daytime they work very very hard, and they pass their night simply sleeping or enjoying sex life. So why they are calling such people as lazy? Because they're specifically calling lazy for spiritual life. People may be very active for material life. They may be working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, sometimes 16 hours. They may be flying here, flying there, doing this, doing that. A lot of work people will be doing. But because they're lazy for spiritual life, that's why they're called lazy human beings according to Bhagavatam. The purport is very interesting. Yes, somebody can read.
Purport. The less intelligent do not know
Sound is coming less.
the less intelligent do not know the real value of the human form of life. The human form is a special gift of material nature. In the course of her enforcing stringent laws of miseries upon the living being, it is a chance to achieve the highest boon of life, namely to get out of the entanglement of repeated birth and death. The intelligent take care of this important gift by strenuously endeavoring to get out of the entanglement. But the less intelligent are lazy and unable to evaluate the gift of uh,
The gift of the human body to achieve liberation from material bondage. So here Prabhupada is comparing that he's saying that a human body is a chance to achieve the highest boon. Correct? What is the highest boon? To free from the entanglement of repeated birth and death. So the intelligent people are always conscious of this fact that we are conditioned souls, we are bound in this material world, and we have to get out. So whatever they do in life, the focus remains the same. Whereas unintelligent people, they get carried away by the so-called enjoyments of this life in many other activities. How? Yeah, Prabhu, continue.
they become more interested in so-called economic development and and work very hard throughout life simply for the sense enjoyment of the temporary body. Sense enjoyment is also allowed to the lower animals by the law of nature, and thus a human being is also destined to a certain amount of sense enjoyment according to his past or present life. But one should definitely try to understand that sense enjoyment is not the ultimate goal of human life. Herein it is said that during the daytime one works for nothing because the aim is nothing but sense enjoyment.
Yeah,
One
this
can
point is very important. So Prabhupada is saying that uh, during the daytime one works for nothing because the aim is nothing but sense enjoyment. This means if somebody is busy in this world, working only for living happy, comfortable life in the material world, this means he don't have a aim of life. He is living aimless life. Huh? What is the aim of his life? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, which is available to animal only. So in that way, he doesn't have aim. Whenever in our schools and colleges, they ask this question: "What is the aim of your life?" That I want to become a pilot. I want to become a doctor. I want to become an engineer. I want to become a chartered accountant. I want to go to America. Actually, these are not aim of life. Because if you ask them why you want to become a doctor, engineer, chartered accountant, MBA, or a, something, so that I can nicely eat, sleep, mate, and defend, which is available to animals also. So is this uh, that is not aim? Continue, bro. Ahead. We can.
we can particularly observe how the human being is engaged for nothing in the great cities and industrial towns. There are so many things manufactured by human energy, but they are all meant for sense enjoyment and not for getting out of material bondage. And after working hard during the daytime, a tired man either sleeps or engages in sex habits at night. This is the program of materialistic civilized life for the less intelligent. Therefore, they are destined herein as lazy, unfortunate, and short lived.
Yeah. See, Prabhupada, see, the beauty of Prabhupada purport is, Prabhupada purports are very frank and very direct. And Prabhupada don't feel any hesitation in exposing the truth. See, there's a statement from here to here, what Prabhupada is saying. After working hard during the daytime, a tired man, what he do? Either he sleeps or he engages in sex habits at night. That is the program of materialistic civilized life for the less intelligent. Huh? So, what is the program? So, Prabhus, since our childhood, during our school days, during our college days, today in our companies, and people who are not in Krishna consciousness, for them in the future also, what is their program? What is their whole life about? What they are looking for? They are looking for this only. Kaise to, how to somehow or other you earn the money, and when you have Hare Krishna. Prabhu, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, bro, we can hear.
Yeah. So this is their whole program actually. How somehow they earn money, and for earning money you have to work hard day. And what is the impetus for them to work hard? Do you think anybody is this fool in this world who will work hard for nothing? No. The goal is to, everything boils down to sex life only. You know, that is because sex life is the ultimate happiness in the material world. So people think that how will I get sex life? I'll get sex life through my wife. In a civilized society, I'm saying. In an uncivilized society, though, I will get sex life through many ways, through prostitutes, through this or that, and for that also I need money. Prostitute के free में थोड़ा मिलेगी आपको. For that also you need money, and legalize the prostitute, which means your wife. For that also you need money because you have to maintain her. So that regularly you can have the enjoyment of sex life. So actually, for a materialistic person, the only impetus to work in this world is because that pleasure of sex life and then things attached to sex life, which means family and other things that are there in the picture, and that's what his impetus is. So Gaurav Prabhu was once saying in one lecture that the impetus for material life is sex, and the impetus for spiritual life is sound vibration. Now you will find that devotees also work hard. Don't you see devotees working very, very hard? Like what time devotees get up in the morning? We get up at 3, 3:30, 4. And then, from there onwards till 9:30, the morning program only. It's not that we are sleeping. And then after that also, after Prasadam, then the day's activity services starts. And whole throughout the day, devotees are busy in services. So, do you think the devotees are not working hard? Devotees are also working hard. But what is the impetus for devotees to work hard? The impetus for devotees to work hard is not sex life. The impetus for devotees to work hard is the sound vibration, which is actually awakened, which actually has awakened them, which is actually bringing them closer to Krishna, bringing them to real life of bliss and happiness. So that's how devotees actually work, being inspired by the sound vibration of the scriptures. So Prabhupada is telling in this purport that after working whole day, a man becomes tired. So if I ask you, how many of you have experienced that after working throughout the day in your companies? Obviously, I don't know how much you become tired nowadays while working from home, but how many of you have experienced that while working throughout the day, having so many meetings, so many discussions in your companies, fighting with deadlines, you feel tired at the end of the night? Hand raise or thumb or something. Yes, no, yes. So everybody, is it not, feels tired at the end of the day, working very, very hard. So that is common. So now, between materialistic people and devotees, there's one phenomena which happens, which you will see now. So you see, in the modern day times, there's one very great disease which is coming to people, which is called as the disease of insomnia. What is the meaning of insomnia?
Sleeplessness.
Yeah, sleeplessness. People are actually not able to sleep at night peacefully, even though they are tired, also working whole hard. Whole day they work hard, so they are very tired. So actually, when people are tired, they are supposed to, as soon as they fall on the bed, they are supposed to fall asleep. But in the modern times, one of the most common disorders is insomnia or sleeplessness, and major percentage of the population actually suffers from uh, this kind of sleeplessness. That's why nowadays there are many clinics of doctors advising how to get a good sleep. They're giving sleep postures, sleep medicine, sleeping pills, and all this thing, because people's anxiety, stress, and insecurity has increased a lot. Huh? And about this, in the Srimad Bhagavatam only, Lord Brahmaji speaks about insomnia. So I will just share with you a nice verse about insomnia. Yeah. So this verse is from 3rd canto, chapter number 9, text number 10, 3.9.10. You're able to see the screen, Prabhu?
Yes, bro.
See, Brahmaji is saying here, ahani apratat ah, ahani apratartaka rananishi nishayana nana manoratadhiya shanabhagna nidra दैवा हतार्थ रचना रशयोपि देवा युष्मत् प्रसंग विमुखा इह संस्मरन्ति. So he's saying one very important thing in this verse. He's saying that ahani apratartha karana, that because of, we see here translation, see what he's saying is word to word meaning. You see, ahani means during the daytime, aprata, aprata means engaged, artha distressing engagements, karanaha senses, nishi at night, nisha yanaha insomnia. Like this they are saying. Okay, now somebody can read translation.
Such non devotees engage their senses in very troublesome and extensive work, and they suffer insomnia at night because their intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. They are frustrated in all their various plans by supernatural power. Even great sages, if they are against your transcendental topics, must rotate in this material world.
Yeah. So this particular verse is talking about insomnia. Now purport is very very amazing. Purport, speak something. Yeah, continue.
As described in the previous verse, people who have no taste for the devotional service of the Lord are occupied in material engagements. Most of them engage during the daytime in hard physical labor. Their senses are engaged very extensively in troublesome duties in the gigantic plants of heavy industrial enterprise. The owners of such factories are engaged in
You
finding a
see,
market.
Prabhupada is writing this purports in 1970s. Or sorry, this is first canto. Prabhupada is writing this purport in 1960s. So at that time, there used to be big, big factories. And most of the people in India were engaged in big, big factories, what we call as Ugra Karma. So Prabhupada is writing. But suppose Prabhupada has to write the same purport today, then Prabhupada will use the example of which? What Prabhupada will use?
IT,
Prabhupada will say, huh?
IT companies.
IT companies. It is understood. You know? So here Prabhupada saying that most of them engaged during daytime with hard physical labor. Okay, in IT companies you may not have physical labor, but you have mental labor more, and mental labor is more tiresome than physical labor. Is it not? You get more diseases. At least in physical labor, your body is moving. Some bodily exercises happens in physical labor. You have to lift something, drag something, carry something. But IT people, they are just sitting at one place. They are getting spondylitis, back pain, leg pain, stomach pain, all kind of pain, and mental pain. So they are actually more suffering. And then what Prabhupada is saying? Continue. The owners.
The owners of such factories are engaged in finding a market for their industrial products, and the laborers are engaged in extensive production involving huge mechanical arrangements. Factory.
Now comes very important statement. Yeah.
Factory is the another name for hell.
So you
At
can
night,
replace factory. You can replace factory with and put your IT company there. Yes.
at night, hellishly engaged persons take advantage of wine and women to satisfy their tired senses, but they are not even able to have sound sleep because their various mental speculative plans constantly interrupt their sleep. Because they suffer from insomnia, sometimes they feel sleepy in the morning for the lack of
Hari bol.
sufficient rest.
Experience Prabhus like this because they suffer.
Yes,
Because they
Prabhu.
suffer from lack of insomnia. Sometimes they feel sleepy in the morning for lack of sufficient rest. My God, how Prabhupada know everything exactly. Okay, go ahead.
By the arrangement of supernatural power, even the great scientists and thinkers of the world suffer frustration of their various plans and thus rot in the material world birth after birth. A great scientist may make discoveries in atomic energy for the quick destruction of the world and may be awarded the best prize in recognition of his service or disservice. But he also has to undergo the reactions of his work by rotating in the cycle of repeated births and deaths under the superhuman law of material nature. All these, all these people who uh,
All these people who are against the
all these
principles of
people
devotional service.
are destined to rotate in this material world without fail.
Yeah, thank you. So that's a very amazing thing. Prabhupada say that factory is another name for hell. And Prabhupada is saying that after working in such a hellish place whole throughout the day, such people, what they do in the night, they take advantage of wine and women. And that's you exactly find the corporate culture. People, they go for late night parties, Saturday parties. And what they do in these parties, they drink and they dance with girls and they try to enjoy sex life also. Hmm? And they try to do this to satisfy their tired senses. Hmm? Like that. So, in this particular verse, which we saw 3.9.10, you will find there one line which came in the verse, which the second line, Nana Manoratha Dhiya. You will find that. Uh, yeah. I'm just highlighting also because that line is important. So you see, you can focus on this line which I am highlighting. It's saying Nana Manoratha Dhiya Shana Bhagna Nidra. That the sleep in the night gets disturbed because of Nana Manoratha Dhiya. What is the meaning of Manorath? See, Rath means chariot, Man means mind. So the chariot of mind is called Manorath. And whatever we imagines and whatever we think by our mind and whatever plans we make by our mind, that is called Manorath. मेरा मनोरथ है कि मैं इधर जाऊं. This is my abhilasha, this is my aspiration. That's called Manorath. So Nana Manorath means having a variety of aspirations or a variety of desires. Dhiya means the intelligence. So when the intelligence of a living entity is filled with Nana Manorath, lots and lots of plans to enjoy the material world. मैं ये भी करूंगा, वो भी करूंगा, ऐसा भी होगा, वैसा भी होगा. So the more you make plans to enjoy the material world, your intelligence will not allow you to sleep. Like, frankly asking, like here they're saying Chana Bhagna Nidra. Chana Bhagna Nidra means your Nidra will be broken again and again. Like, frankly asking, how many of you have this experience that sometimes, you have some work in the company to late hours. You are working where some meetings are going on because the deadline is approaching, and some heated discussion happened in the company, and you are just into it and you're figuring out how it will happen. Or sometimes a lot of things were talking, and then you suddenly go to bed for sleeping. Do you feel asleep immediately? नींद आ जाता है आप लोगों को? Sometimes we have experienced that. Or after you keep lying on the bed, I have seen devotees saying, Prabhuji, like we say, no, devotees, jaldi so, time pe so, 9, 9:30 baje so jao, sleep at 9, 9:30. They say, Prabhuji, I go to bed at 9, 9:30. But Prabhuji, till 11:30, 12 o'clock, I don't get sleep only, Prabhuji. So because I don't get sleep only, Prabhuji, till 12 o'clock, I'm not able to get up early in the morning. And if I get up early in the morning at 4 o'clock, Prabhuji, then I am just sleeping for 3-4 hours, so my health is going down. That's what we have seen people saying. So what is the problem? Why we are not able to actually, like Radheshampu used to say in our Brahmacharya classes, that we should work hard throughout the day so much for Krishna. And that so that the moment you go to bed, within 5 minutes you should feel asleep. है ना? जैसे बिस्तर पे गिरेंगे, चाय ऐसा होना चाहिए. जैसे बिस्तर पे गिरे और एकदम deep sleep we went. But why this don't happen? The secret is, the Bhagavatam is revealing us the secret. Why? Because we make too many plans in this world, and we don't have faith on Krishna and Krishna's plan. So, because when we don't have faith on Krishna and Krishna's plan, because just like that 1 minute fly, will be very, very desperate. I have to do this also, this also, this also, and mind is worried about making plans, and these plans only don't allow you to sleep. And not only that, you will not get sleep very immediately. What happens, because your mind is overpowered by this so many plans, sometimes this plans comes in the form of dreams, dangerous dreams. And because of the dreams also, suddenly your sleep, you get up from the sleep in the middle of night, and you see it's 1:30 in the night or 2 o'clock in the night, and then you are sweating also profusely. And then like how many of you have experienced that, if your sleep gets broken in the night because of dream or something, then you don't get sleep again? You've experienced, suddenly suppose you got up because of a dream, uh, and then again you try to go to bed, you will find that it's very difficult to get sleep again. Or even if you get sleep, the sleep is not a very quality sleep. Your body will not get very nourished by it. And the proof which Prabhupada was giving in the purport, that in the daytime also they feel then sleepy. So that's why people feel sleepy in the colleges, in the company, like that. And even devotees also, no exception to it. Why? Because devotees also, although they are devotees, they are practicing devotees, but they make so many other plans. अरे ये भी करूंगा, वो भी करूंगा, ऐसा भी कर लूंगा, वैसा भी कर लूंगा. The plan which is given to them by Guru and Krishna, they don't want to follow that plan. They keep making their own plans, and that is the cause of your lack of sleep, insomnia, breaking of sleep, bad dreams, and feeling sleepy in the night, and bad health and all, like that. The greatest benefit of Krishna consciousness on the physical platform, forget about all the spiritual benefits of going to spiritual world, attaining eternal life, love of God. These are very lofty things. Array, the minimum physical immediate benefit of somebody becoming a devotee is that you will have a good sleep. If after becoming a devotee also you are not able to sleep nicely at night, what is the use of your becoming a devotee? A devotee means, Prabhu's, the greatest treasure from a materialistic, mundane, external point of view, the greatest treasure for a devotee is that, he can sleep early and he can sleep peacefully. You will not imagine, how much people, they want to sleep. Sleep is such a, it's such a great sense gratification for people, but it is very easily available for devotees. In fact, our devotees can sleep anytime at any place. Because devotees are completely, so to the degree we as devotees are also depending on Krishna and depending on Krishna's plan given by Guru and Krishna, and not taking unnecessarily anxiety and not making unnecessarily useless plans in this material world, we will have a very peaceful life. And the proof is again given in the Srimad Bhagavatam only. So one great one His Holiness Mahavishnu Swami Maharaj, he writes a very beautiful thing describing about sleep. What happens to people when they try to sleep, especially with their materialistic plans in the mind, how their sleep is broken. So that I'll just try to show you. You can read as it is. Very beautifully Maharaj describes. You can just see the screen. Yeah, somebody can read, Prabhu.
In the 6 inches place.
Voice is not coming. Who is this reading?
In the 6-inch place.
Yeah, what is the 6-inch place? 6-inch means the place where you sleep.
There are so many desired squeezed.
अरे बिस्तर पे बहुत सारी इच्छाएं दबा के हैं. पढ़ो आगे.
We saw somebody have nice car. That Manoratha comes in. We saw somebody having 3 shops that come. We saw somebody flying away to America, that is here. So, Nana Manoratha Dhiya. In our intelligence, there are Nana Manoratha. So many things are there here in 6 by 6 inches. I think more than a million things are lying here. Except Krishna, everything is here. We don't want Krishna. Forget about it. Then he also, you go to him, he says, forget about it. He also forgets. This is the end result. Nana Manoratha Dhiya Chana Bhanga Nidra. And again we cannot sleep. Then our sleep is broken again and again.
Yeah. So Maharaj is saying that in your bed where you sleep 6 by 6 inches, there are Nana Manorath here, so many. And how this Manorath comes. So this clue Maharaj is giving in the beginning from here. You see, I am highlighting. Maharaj is saying that we saw somebody having a nice car. So we also develop a desire. Arey, I also wanted this car, when I will have it. Then we saw somebody having a bungalow, somebody having a shop, somebody going to America. So during the course of our day, whatever we see, whatever we hear, whatever we discuss with people, all these things, indirectly they enter into our mental system. And then when you lie down on the bed at night, all these things, manorath, these desires which have come, they will not allow you to sleep. Then you will get dreams about them, or you will not be able to sleep on time. So that's why, except Krishna, we have so many manorath. But devotees, they should think about Krishna. Huh? That's why devotees read Krishna book before going to bed. Drink hot milk and read Krishna book. That is the opulence of a devotee. And then peacefully go to. And even suppose you get dreams also. You will get which dreams? Krishna dreams. Is it not? And suppose you are not able to sleep because of Krishna, then that kind of insomnia is 1,000 times more better than not able to sleep because of some materialistic plans. Suppose somebody will say, प्रभु जी क्या बताऊं प्रभु जी, कृष्ण प्रेम में इतना पागल हो गया हूं प्रभु जी, रात को नींद ही नहीं आती, बस कृष्ण कृष्ण और कृष्ण ही दिखते हैं. आदमी कहते, प्रभु जी, you have attained the goal of life. You are not able to sleep because you are thinking of Krishna. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates were doing. Throughout night they were having kirtan. That is the goal of life. But that stage is very far, where you will not be able to sleep because of Krishna. So at least at our level, we are supposed to come for the morning program fresh. And for that, we are supposed to have a good sleep. And for having that good sleep, we are supposed to not have Nana Manoratha Diya, Chana Bhagna Nidra. That should not happen. Otherwise, the whole purpose is. Now, one very important thing about insomnia. So, Vidurji in Mahabharata 5.33.13, he explains 5 reasons for insomnia. 5 very, very important reasons for insomnia. Who is the person who actually falls into this disease of insomnia, who don't get sleep in the night? So he says a very beautiful verse. He says, Abhiyuktam balayata durbalam hina sadhanam hritvasam kaminam choram avishanti prajagaraha. So this section of Mahabharata is called as the Prajagaraha Kanda. Just Prajagara Parva. Just like in Mahabharata, there are many Parvas, na? Bhishma Parva, Vana Parva. So this particular Parva of Mahabharata is called as Prajagaraha Parva. So what is the specialty of this Prajagaraha Parva? The word Prajagaraha means one who remains awake at night. So this whole section of Prajagaraha Parva in Mahabharata speaks about how Dhritarashtra was not able to sleep in night because of many, many anxieties. How Duryodhan was not able to sleep in night because of a lot of tension. So that's why this whole Parva of Mahabharata is called as Prajagaraha Parva. So there, once what happens in Mahabharata, that our Sanjaya, on the instructions of Dhritarashtra, he visits the Pandavas in the he visits the Pandavas, and then Yudhishthira Maharaj gives the message to Sanjaya to give it to Dhritarashtra, that we are very now, our Agyatvas is also going to get over very soon, and we are going to come back, and please give us our kingdom back. So this kind of message Yudhishthira Maharaj gives to Sanjaya to bring to Dhritarashtra. So Dhritarashtra was, when Sanjaya comes to Dhritarashtra, Dhritarashtra was in very much anxiety. What Yudhishthira might have taught to Sanjaya. So he was very much in anxiety. But it was little late at night. So Dhritarashtra tells to Sanjaya that you go to your place. Tomorrow I will ask you what Yudhishthira told. Don't tell me now. So, and then, Dhritarashtra goes to his palace where he meets Vidur. And Vidur, he tells to Vidur that, I'm very afraid. I don't know what Yudhishthira might have told, what message he might have told to me. I'm not able to sleep in the night. So then, Vidurji, in response to Dhritarashtra, tells this verse from the Prajagara Parva, which I told. Abhiyuktam balavata durbalam hina sadhanam hritvaswam kaminam choram avishanti prajagaraha. So Vidura said that sleeplessness overcomes 5 types of people: a thief, a lustful person, a person who has lost all his wealth, a person who has failed to achieve success, and a person who is weak and is attacked by a strong person. So there are 5 reasons described by Vidura for insomnia, and even in today's context also, you see this is very, very true. Anybody who's not able to sleep is because of these reasons only, like a thief, a chore. So he has stolen something. So how can you be peaceful? If he is walking on the road, he will be always afraid that the police will be coming and catching him. And then and somebody who was like those who are very wealthy people, they are earning money by many, many nefarious means. People in the government services, they are earning money by corruption. People who are rich people, they are exploiting poor people and earning money. So all these people cannot sleep because they are chore. Chore means when you keep anything more than what you require, you are a chore. Because what Ishupnishad says, Ishavasham idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Whatever, everything in this world belongs to Supreme Lord, and you should not take more than what belongs to you or what is your quota. So many, many rich people also, they are also come in the category of chore only. Why? Because they are accumulating a lot of wealth which they don't require, and other people are suffering. So they cannot also sleep in peacefully at night because they are always afraid that somebody will attack them. They have security locks, a lot of many, many types of locks, security guards. Sometimes the security guard only murders them. Is not. So they are not able to sleep. So a thief, a chore cannot sleep peacefully. Like that. Then secondly, a lustful person. This means a kami. Kami means a lustful person. He cannot sleep peacefully also. Because, like all the Hollywood, Bollywood songs also are in the the Hollywood songs, the Bollywood songs, they say, "Mujhe neend na aaye, chain na aaye," "Meri chain ud gayi, neend ud gayi." So in the songs, they very, openly say that, "Hare, mere sapne mein tu aaye," or "You come in my dream also, I'm not able to sleep." So they do very, so a lusty person who is attracted to a woman also, he cannot sleep peacefully. Because, you will find all the people who go for prostitution, they roam in the night only. And people nowadays who make this girlfriend boyfriend business also, they talk to their girlfriend boyfriends after 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the night, because after that only BSNL gives free package. Nowadays Geo also, and other also free talking. Why? After 11:30. So you'll find all this. You'll find in your hostel wherever you are living. You'll find in the night time the terrace becomes full. Everybody is on the terrace, moving here and there with their mobile phones, talking. After 11 o'clock. Why? So they are supposed to sleep at that time, but their sleep is taken away. Why? Because they're lusty. They're talking to some woman on the phone late at night. That's what is happening. So a lusty man cannot sleep. And then when people do lusty affairs at the night, then though obviously their sleep is breaking. Like that. So a lusty person cannot. Then a person who has lost his wealth, who has the fear of losing wealth, this I already explained. Then a person who has failed to achieve success. So Dhritarashtra comes in this category, and he is very fearful that Yudhishthira Maharaj will come and take the kingdom. And somebody who is weak and attacked by a strong person. So that is what very, very important. 5 reasons for lack of sleep. So now it's already 9:30, so I would like to end here. But tomorrow I will continue discussion about this insomnia. Not tomorrow, maybe in our next discussion, we will continue about the discussion of insomnia, because the number one reason for this insomnia is contaminated intelligence. If you see this, with this last thing I will show you and end. If you see this verse, in this verse, our Brahmaji is actually saying about Nana Manoratha Dhiya Shana Bhagra Nidra. So, different types of Manorath plants, they come where? They come in the Dhiya. If you see this verse, word Dhiya. Dhiya means what? See the word to word meaning. Prabhupada is saying Dhiya means intelligence. Intelligence. And in the translation, Brahmaji is calling this intelligence as this intelligence is called as a contaminated intelligence. Like that. So, yeah. So, when the intelligence is actually contaminated by materialistic plans, that intelligence is the root cause of our lack of sleep, insomnia, or a lot of anxiety. So in our next Bhagavatam Study Circle next week, we will build up on this particular topic of what is contaminated intelligence and what is the root cause of contaminated intelligence, and how to identify whether our intelligence is contaminated or pure, and how to overcome contaminated intelligence. So that's what we discuss, because that is a very important understanding required to stop this Nana Manoratha Dhiya Chhana Bhagna Nidra. So at least for today, what we discussed in conclusion, we discussed that we discussed about Yamraj, that people are very concerned not to spend their time in hearing and chanting because they think it is a waste of time, and Yamraj will come and will finish them off. But Shaunaka Rishi is giving a confirmation that don't worry, those who spend their time hearing the narrations of the Lord, Yamraj don't attack them. Because Yamraj himself comes and sits and here, like in one of the Zoom IDs, Yamraj also might be joining with us here, or he might have a secret Zoom ID here we are not able to see, or those who have a Divya Drashti, they may see one more ID here and the name written Yamraj. He's also attending Bhagavatam class. Like Prabhupada, when he used to go give many classes, like one time Prabhupada gave a class in a very big hall and very few people came, 5-10 people only came, but the hall was very big. So disciples were feeling very bad. They were saying, Prabhupada, we are very sorry, very less number of people came. Prabhupada, no, don't you saw Narad Muni was there, Brahma was there, Yamraj was there. They came to attend the lecture. So in this way, even they come. So hearing Bhagavatam is not a waste of time. Don't worry about Yamraj. And the second thing we discussed is, people who are not inclined to hear, they are engaged busily in factories, for us in the modern day context, and hard labor. And what happens to them after the hard labor, spending the hard labor in the factories? Their bodies become tired, and with the tired bodies, they come at night and they want to satisfy their senses with wine and women at night, like that. So yeah, so this is called as Ugra Karma, and but although they are tired, they are not able to sleep also. And from there we discuss about insomnia and 5 reasons for insomnia, which is lust, and fear of losing one wealth, then weakness, and fear of overpowered by other person, and all these factors we discussed. And yeah, this is. And one last thing, which is very important here, which again Brahmaji says about devotees, because I don't want to leave you with some negative understanding, but I want to say you what happens to devotees when devotees work hard very much. So this is spoken by Lord Brahma in the second canto, chapter number 7, in text number 31, about the residents of Vrindavan. When they work hard during the day, they are able to sleep very peacefully. So you will see that here. Just a minute, where it is? This is, you're able to see the screen? 131.
Yes, Prabhu.
Just a minute. Uh, Atish Ramina. Okay. Just a minute. Yeah, this verse only, 2.7.31. See, this verse is saying, Nandam cha mokshati bhayad varunasya pashad gopan bileshu pihitan mayasunu nacha ani apratam nishishayanam अतिश्रमेना लोकाम विकुंठमुपने शति गोकुलम स्म. See, this chapter is narrating how Krishna saved Nanda Maharaj from the hands of Varuna. Varuna Dev was taken, and then Krishna saved the Vrajavasis on the forest fire, and how you can focus here on this two lines, next two lines. Sorry, this two lines. Ahani, see the word ahani. Ahani means at the night. Apratam nishishayanam atishramena. So the word atishramena means they have done lot of hard work. Who has done lot of hard work? The residents of Vrajava, the residents of Vrindavan. But what is happening to them? Yeah, somebody can read from here.
Also, to the inhabitants of Vrindavan, who were busy working during daytime and sleeping soundly at night because of their hard labor in the day, Lord Krishna awarded promotion to the highest planet in the spiritual sky. All these acts are transcendental and certainly prove without any doubt his godhood.
Godhood. So you see, here they are saying the Vrindavan Vasis were very busy working during daytime, correct? They used to go for agriculture fields, for herding the cows, so many work. But the great secret here, which is revealed, is what they were happening to them. They were sleeping. What is written? They were sleeping soundly at night. बड़े अच्छे से सो रहे थे वो लोग. तो कैसे हो पा रहा था ऐसा? प्रभुपाद जी हमें परपट में सीक्रेट बताते हैं इसका. तो आप यहां से पढ़िए. Yeah, somebody can read from here.
Here it is.
Somebody was not read. Arbol?
Here it is clearly mentioned that the inhabitants of Vrindavan were extensively busy in the hard labor of their day's work, and due to the day's hard labor, they were engaged in sound sleep at night.
Yeah, see, sound sleep at night. वो थक गए ना दिन में, day's hard labor, then they were engaged in sound sleep. So continue practically.
But factually, they were engaged in the So practically, they had very little time to devote to meditation or to the other paraphernalia of spiritual activities. But factually, they were engaged in the highest spiritual activities in their relationship with Lord Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna. The central point of activities was Krishna, and as such, the so-called...
Where are you reading? Have you read this? Everything done by them?
Okay, Broji, you moved. Everything done by them was spiritualized because everything was dovetailed in their relationship with Lord Shri Krishna. The central point of activities was Krishna, and as such, the so-called activities in the material world were saturated with spiritual potency. That is the advantage of the way of Bhakti Yoga. One should discharge one's duty on Lord Krishna's behalf, and all one's actions will be saturated with Krishna thought, the highest pattern of trance in spiritual realization.
Yeah, so the central point here, Prabhupada is saying, of activities was Krishna. And therefore, everything done by the Vrajavasis was doubted in their relationship with Krishna. And in this way, the Vrajavasis were always in trance in Bhakti Yoga. This means, although the Vrajavasis were cowherd people, they were, milking the cows, making gobar cakes, working in the daytime, many things. And they were working very hard during the day. But because their thoughts, while working, their thoughts were always on Krishna. They were always thinking of Krishna. Krishna is the central point of their activities. All their activities are directed towards Krishna. So therefore, even their regular duties were saturated with spiritual potency, and they were in the advanced stage of spiritual life called Bhakti Yoga. So, Prabhus, the point to be understood here is that why we get insomnia and why the Vrajavasis are not getting insomnia, because Vrajavasis, they were doing a lot of activities, hard work, but everything they are doing is for Krishna, and their all results were for Krishna. Similarly, we may be working in IT companies here, there, many things, working very hard. But if you are working for Krishna, and what the proof that you are working for Krishna, that you will give the results of your activities for Krishna. If you are working in that spirit, then the whole work or all the duties is spiritualized, it's filled with spiritual potency. The central point of your activities is Krishna. You are always absorbed in Krishna, and you are working only for Krishna. So when we work in this consciousness like the Vrajavasis, then even though we have worked hard so much, because we are working for Krishna, depending on Krishna, we'll sleep very soundly at night. Otherwise, why Chhana Bhagna Nidra happens? Because we have materialistic plans for our own selfish agendas. So Vrajavasis are not like that. So it's not that in Krishna consciousness, hard work is not there. It's not that we want to make people lazy and crazy. Lazy, crazy. No. Every devotee should work hard very much. And either brahmacharis or grahasthas. Brahmachari is also working hard a lot. Everybody is supposed to work hard. But the difference is we are supposed to work hard for Krishna and for Krishna's purpose, for satisfying Krishna. Then we will be able to attain the perfection also. Night also will sleep nicely. And that sleeping is also Krishna consciousness. Vrajavasis, their sleep is also spiritual activity. Their sleep is also sadhana. बोले प्रभु जी मैं साधना करने जा रहा हूँ. क्या करने जा रहा हूँ? सोने जा रहा हूँ. सोना मतलब साधना है क्या? That sona also will become sadhana. Sleep also will become sadhana when the sleep is for rejuvenating the body for doing Krishna conscious activities. So that's why we should make Krishna the central point of our activities. Okay, so thank you. I will end here. I took 15 minutes extra. Sorry for that. But now we'll meet next week, again on Tuesday, continuing our discussions. Jai Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Premanande,
Hari Hari Bo.
Hari 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 Bo.